Okay, I have started routers in area 8 and area 6. The interfaces, of course, are pre-configured, so what I'm going to do is to configure ISIs on them. Area 2 is special in that it has two different routers that are area border routers. So you can see that router 8 and router 9 both have connections to area 2 ISP1. So on ISP1, of course, if I just go back to ISP1 and I'm going to say show CLNS interfaces or show ISIS interfaces, you can see that I have Ethernet 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if I just want to show this, that would be easier to just pipe it to something, but unfortunately pipe is not working in my case because the code base, of course, is not working in secure CRT so good. So anyway, what I'm trying to do is to say that I have configured almost every interface on ISP1 for ISIS, and if I just say show run, and I'm going to just go to here, I'm just going to copy this and paste it in Notepad so that I can just change it based on what I want. Then it would be easier to configure every other interface. So let's go on R8, for example. On R8, this is going to be 8 and the area number is 6, so I'm going to change this to 6. And again, you can see that I'm just going with L2, and then I'm going to say interface 8.1, and based on what I have in running configuration, what I'm going to do is to just select this and paste it here. And also interface, what about other interfaces? We have 8.2, that's going to have this command, and I'm going to say commit, and then I'm going to say end and save the configuration. So this is going to be for router 8. So let's go to R8 and go to configuration mode and paste the configuration, which is working just fine. For router 9, I have 8.1.2.4. So I'm going to go here and say 1.2.4. And also this is router 9, so the ID is going to be 9, but this is in area 6, so that's okay. So if I just type configure terminal in the first line, that would be better. On router 9, this is my configuration. And then I have router 10, which has only one interface. So I go to router 10, and I just forgot to include loopback interface. I'm going to do that. So on router 10, that would be A. Okay, so I have only Ethernet 2, so I'm going to just select these, go to router 10, and then Ethernet 2 is going to be this. And also loopback interface, of course. So interface loopback, IP router ISIS OcNOS. So I just forgot to add this one to R10. So let's go back to R9 and just add this. On R8, of course, the same thing. Okay, going to router 14 on the left. So for router 14, we have area 8, which I'm going to change it here. And that's 14, that is going to be B, C, D, E. So that would be E. And area 8, of course. So I'm going to select this and go to router 14 and paste it. And then what we have in router 14 is Ethernet 1 and 2 and loopback. So no 4. Ethernet 1 and 2 and loopback. Okay, so for router 15 I only have 2, so 15 is going to be F. And let's go to router 15 and paste it. And then we have only Ethernet 2 and loopback. Okay, and router 16 of course has Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 1. So for router 16, I'm going to say this is 1 and this is 1. Okay, so that is going to change this into 16. Or 10 actually, not 1. So that is in area 8 again. Going to router 16. Paste it. And router 16 has loopback interface as well, and Ethernet 1 and 2. So all of these. Okay, now that I have configured ISIS on all of these, let's check the database. So on router 16, I'm going to say show IP route. And for now, I have received routes from 14 and 15, which is in the same area. But what about others? As you can see, this is increasing. This means that we are just converging. And also, let me just say show ISIS neighbors. Show CLNS neighbors. So it says that I have neighbors only on Ethernet 1. This means that we don't have any adjacency with ISP2. So let's check ISP2 Ethernet 2. Let's see if it is configured. So let's go to ISP2. I'm going to show ISIS interfaces. So here we need to have Ethernet 2 here, which it says that Ethernet 2 is part of ISIS and it is level 2 only. And what I have missed here is nothing special. So show ISIS neighbors here says that show CLNS neighbor should be used. Show CLNS neighbor says that now I have 2 neighbors both on EAT4. So let's see what we have. So show run says that we have configured ISIS, and under some of the interfaces Ethernet 2 doesn't have any IP address configured, so that is the problem. So if I just go to configuration on ISP2 and say interface EAT2, IP address is going to be 10.2.16.2/24, and then commit. We should have an adjacency now to show CLNS neighbor says that now the neighbors are up. Of course, they are initializing for now. That's going to take some time, and now it is up. So I'm going to say end and save it. Going back to router 16, if I just check the routing table, now I have accessibility to a lot of different places. I have accessibility to 10, to maybe okay, now this is just populating to almost every part of the network, and it is available. So if I just say ping router 9999, you can see that 9 is not available. Why? Because I don't have it in my routing table. Actually, that is going to be some mistake that I have done. Maybe I have not advertised router 9's loopback interface. So if I just say show CLNS neighbor, it says that I have only one neighbor on R2. And again, the problem is Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 4 are not configuring any adjacency. So let's check it. If I just say show run, I'm going to just check every running configuration here. So on Ethernet 2, we have configured an IP address of 10.9.10.9, which is this one. That is configured. On Ethernet 1, we should have 8.9. So if I just go to Ethernet 1, okay, Ethernet 1 does not have any IP address configured on that. So if I just go to here and say interface ETH1, the IP address should be 10.899/24. Then commit. And also this one is 4 should be 299. So this one is configured. So if I just say do show CLNS neighbor, now I have two neighbors on Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2. On ETH4, which should be 29, we don't have any adjacency. Maybe this ISP ETH4 is not configured correctly. So on ISP1, I'm going to say ETH4. So okay, this is the problem. This is 10.191, but on R9 I'm saying 2.9, so which is wrong. So I'm going to fix it. So this should be 10.199. So I'm going to commit it, and now going back to here. Okay, everything seems to be fine. So I'm going to save it. So let's go back to router 16. And then I'm going to try others. Okay, 9 is here. And after some time, 10 of course should be here. 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm not receiving 10, 10, 10, 10. So let's see what we are missing again on router 10. If I just say show run interface loopback, it says that we have configured this with ISIS, so I should be receiving the routes here. So do I have 10, 10, 10, 10? I don't have it. I have 14, 15, 16. I have 8, 9, but I don't have anything about 10. So once again, if I go back to router 10, say show CLNS neighbors, I have the adjacency, show CLNS interfaces, show ISIS interfaces, we have loopback, and show run interface loopback says that I have this 10, 10, 10, 10, and IP router IS OcNOS. Show run overall says that I have configured this with this net, and this is level 2 only, and this means that I should be receiving 10, 10, 10, 10 after some time. Or okay, this is here. So this means that I should be able to ping this part of the network. Okay, so I have connectivity to every part of the network. So one more time, what I'm going to do is to say show ISIS database, and now you can see that I am receiving routes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 5 of course, 8, 9, 10, and then we have 14 and 15, and this is 16. So I'm receiving every routes from every of these routers, and these are LSPs that I'm seeing here. And if I just go for topology, you can see that now I have level 2 routers. Again, everyone is in area in level 2, so you can see that all of them under this topology. So we have almost configured everything here, and seems that they are working just fine. One more command which I'm going to examine here, of course, is show CLNS neighbor again, and because we have done it before, well, let's just do this. I'm just going to say show CLNS neighbor for all the routers, and I can see that what we have here is system ID, and it just appears as the system ID that we had there. I don't want to see this. What I'm going to see is just actual names here. So for that, I can just configure one line of command under ISIS. So what I'm going to do is to just configure this on all of the routers. So I just go to router ISIS OcNOS, and then I'm going to say there's one line of command, just one line of command, and that is called dynamic host name. And then I'm going to commit it, and then I'm going to end and save everything. Now one more time, if I just say show CLNS neighbor here, instead of the IDs that we had before, instead of these hexadecimal values that we had before, now we see the actual ID of the neighbor here. So if I just go to here, IXP, of course I don't really want to have this. I'm going to just remove everything from IXP. And you see that I see names here, I see names here, I see names everywhere. So you see that I have just configured one line of command, that is dynamic host name, and instead of that ID, which is unreadable most of the time, you just have the dynamic ID here.